All right. Welcome back. We're making another video. How are you all doing today? I am doing good. Thank you for asking. Today we're running at it with the controller just for, noise sake. I'm going to try and keep it down, keep it low profile for all those people trying to sleep to my videos cuz they're sleepers. And today we're doing an Among Us obby. I have doubts that I'm going to be able to finish this in one video, but you never know. It's possible, I suppose, and maybe I'll surprise myself, or maybe this video will be like an hour long. There's really just not much to say about that. It could be that long. We don't know. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, in this video, again, it's very, very loosely structured. I don't really have anything that's plaguing me. I don't think world peace hasn't happened yet, Nobody's died that I know of. At least, and that's ever, by the way. I don't think anybody has ever died. Go ahead and prove me wrong in the comments. It's good interaction, I suppose. Because I'm positive some of you can prove me wrong on that statement. So yeah, go ahead and prove me wrong. Go ahead and interact with me in the comments. It'll get me some user interaction. It'll get me on the recommended page. So today, I am back at my parents' house. Now, it might sound a bit rough that I'm saying that. Like, what a slippery slope I've been on, Makes first Roblox video, immediately moves in with parents. That's a slippery slope. And just so you know, it's not because I made the first Roblox video. I am just visiting my dad's house. I am Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What is this monstrosity? Oh, you can just climb it. Okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I'm just visiting my dad's for the weekend. I had some stuff to do back home. But, it's always nice to go see your parents and, hang around, do some stuff that you like from your hometown. There's always at least like one thing I guess everybody likes to do. For me, it is eating the food here, because for some reason it's a bit odd, but there's food that for some reason my college town doesn't have, even though it's quite big actually. It's not the same size as the town I live in now, and my town's where I'm from, it's relatively small too. It's a population of 50,000. That's why I'm saying relatively. I'm not like I graduated top of my class in 5 people, It's not that kind of town. It's not that small, but yeah, so 50,000 people, that's decently small. And so my college town, I don't know the exact population, but it being a college town, obviously, like, a lot of the people that are there are for college. So there's a lot of weird stuff that we have there. Like, we have a mall there, which our town kind of has one, but it's not really like a full-on mall. And my college town I go to has one, which is very, very bizarre. So yeah, but back to the food. I'm gonna get sidetracked easily, as always. Back to the food. They have a lot of good stuff now. Top of the list anytime I go to either of my parents' houses, right? Red Robin. We do not have a Red Robin in the town I go to college, and that is a travesty, because Red Robin is probably my favorite restaurant. That's like a chain, that like can be anywhere. That's like my favorite restaurant. Red Robin is banging. Put if you like Red Robin in the comments. There's some more interaction for you. So yeah. But anyway, I guess I don't know. Let's move on to that. So my hometown, it's a bit weird because I always call it a small town, And I've lived here my whole life until I went to college, and it's kind of just weird because it's just, I don't know, it's just not that small anymore. It's like there's actually a ton of people who've come here just weathered through, like, I don't know if you know the term, like, snowbirds, you know, how they kind of like migrate during the winter. There's a lot of people who have bought houses here, but I guess they decide the summers aren't that bad with AC or whatnot if they don't go out. So a lot of them have just stayed here. And then we also get a lot of people from spring breaking and stuff like that because we have a lake. Now, I don't know if I've said what state I live in, but if I have, saying I have a lake in the town I live in is kind of a dead giveaway of where I live. So let's hope I haven't said this, or at least where my my birth has happened. I don't technically live there anymore, but yeah, so let's hope I have not said what state I live in. I don't think I have, so I'm pretty sure I'm safe on that. Who knows? Maybe I could live in the West. But you know, I'll let y'all decide out of every lake to ever exist in like the eastern part of the country where I could possibly live. Oh, I don't think I did that one right. So yeah, it's kind of just odd, you know, how that happens. I don't know if anyone else has had a similar experience, but it's a bit weird how that happens. It's like you're like used to going places and driving places, and there's just not that many people, and then all of a sudden it's like every subsequent time you're going back, there's like crazy traffic on the highways and stuff like that. And it's funny because my brother always clowns on me all the time because I'm just like my dad in that regard, where we'll be driving somewhere and I'll just be like, I mean, look at this traffic. This traffic is absurd. I can't believe there's this many people here. Where do they all come from? And he'll always clown on me because apparently my dad does the same exact thing. So yeah, I guess you could say sometimes, as part of my personality trait, I guess sometimes I have big boomer energy, you know, which I guess it's not the worst thing to have. I don't mind, I guess, being considered like the dad of the friend group or anything like that. You know, it keeps everybody out of trouble, and it keeps everybody's head on right so they don't do anything stupid. Of course, I will sometimes partake in doing stupid stuff, so it also doesn't really go that far, you know, in being like a parent figure or something like that. It's not like, you know, I'll still do fun stuff with my friends. It's just sometimes I gotta, you know, calm them down. But I think as friends, that's what you do, is you say, you know, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of a bad idea. You probably shouldn't do that. Because that's what good friends do. Good friends do not egg you on to go ride down a cliff in a box or something crazy like that. Ride down a waterfall in a barrel, you know, a classic. So yeah, I don't know. Let's talk about something else. We've been talking about hometown stuff for a long time. Maybe people are running from their hometown. They don't want to hear about this kind of stuff. So let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Jesus. We're that close. Let's talk about Among Us. So I don't know how many people are watching this that have played Among Us. I'm going to assume a good handful have, because it is truly like a game of massive proportions. Not like gameplay wise, but like that game blew up, you know, like it's massive and seemingly out of nowhere. And I think that's what's so crazy about Among Us, is it's one of those games that just like, it just happened. Like, I think, as a lot of you would know, Among Us is a game that came out, like a couple years ago, and just out of nowhere, did I go backwards? Oh my god. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, I guess I'll prove myself worthy twice. So yeah, Among Us is a game that came out like years ago, and just out of nowhere, due to sheer like YouTuber popularity, right? Because they're YouTubers and streamers are kind of the one that like spearheaded the whole like it being massive. Of course, a lot of the fans did too, because they saw that and they're like, let's play it with our friends and whatnot. So yeah, Among Us became massive, And that game was quite old. And that's what's weird about it, is there's so much media that, like, it's weird how we live in a society, you know? It's weird how we can live in, like, a culture, you know, where it's, like, seemingly, like, years, sometimes even decades, like, with art and stuff like that, stuff can just become famous, like, and become popular. It's like the people at the time, they were like, nah, we don't want any part of this piece of art. It's terrible. It looks terrible. My eyes hurt just looking at it. And then 1,000 years later, art critics are like, he was a visionary. We lost him. It was too early. You know, that kind of thing. And it's crazy how that can happen. Because you'd think that, like, maybe, like, tastes wouldn't change because human beings 1,000 years ago are still human beings, right? And I don't know, it's just weird that can happen. Like, it truly is like a cultural change. It's not human beings changing, because obviously human beings aren't really like evolving anymore. So I don't know, it's just weird that can happen. But we have already beaten this. I thought we weren't going to. I also haven't checked how long we've been running here, but we have beat this, and it looks like there's, oh no, that's just a little plaything, but we'll do that, I guess, just to add a little bit more content. So yeah, we've already beat this. I stand corrected as one of the greatest Obby players of all time still. I think I've messed up, like twice throughout that whole thing. Quite incredible. And yeah, again, I've been reassured that these aren't too boring, but maybe I'll make that a bit of a joke as my outro or something. I hope this episode was not too boring. I'll make it less boring next time for you guys. I promise. I'll come with some better material. I feel like I'm blowing a stand-up set. You know, it's almost word for word, maybe exactly word for word what I said last time. There is also no Charlie D'Amelio this time. There is a trophy, however, though. So, there we go. Very fun. Very fun. You know, you get all your goodies in the end for beating this. We get one of these and just kind of go flying. I don't remember how to use these, to be honest, with controller, but, or maybe it's just not even working. To be honest, I don't think that was working, because no matter what controller you have, it should. Oh, he's a default character. See, since I've been playing on PC, I wanted to get one of the default characters so bad, because it's such a classic. Like, the default Roblox character is what I grew up with, right? When I always wanted to play Roblox, but our computer couldn't run it, and we would always get viruses when we tried to play Roblox. I think mainly just because we were stupid and didn't download the right Roblox. But okay. Anyway, guys, that will be it for this video. I guess I'll see you guys next time I make another video, whenever that is. It's been fun. Peace.